as red. She's got the spices, smile so bright. Cooking with Judith right by my side. By my side. Chop, chop, sizzle, frying pan heat. From pancakes to a fancy feast. Cooking with Judith, fun to say the least. The least.
Hello, welcome to my kitchen. I'm Judith, and today I wanted to do pork chops with a lovely Parmesan mushroom sauce. So, of course, I have pork chops. It's just under a pound. It's 2 bone-in pork chops. Parmesan, mushrooms, butter, milk, and salt and pepper. This is a lovely thing. It's a Japanese item. It is called pepper salt. And it's actually a combination of pepper and salt. So you don't have to worry about getting the right combination. So first thing to do is grate up a lot of Parmesan cheese. So let's get started. Okay, as I said, we are going to salt and pepper our pork chops. So let's do them one at a time. But first, I want to put a little bit of oil in my pan. Pan is hot. And sprinkle. You see? Just that easy. And in it goes. Now we're just going to sear the pork chops on each side, set them aside, and make our sauce. So once the first side is seared, just flip and do the second side. And you don't have to worry about getting them cooked all the way through because they will cook more in the sauce. Alright, with both sides nicely browned, we're going to take our pork chops and place them in a casserole. You could do this in a flat baking dish if you like, but just so long as they're almost one layer. And turn our pan down and wait for it to cool a bit. Add our mushrooms to the pan, and depending on how much oil is left from searing the pork chops, you may need to add a little bit of butter. And yes, if I'm going to add fat, I'm going to add butter, not oil. So I think we're going to need some. Mushrooms soak up fat so readily. I'm going to add a tablespoon of butter. Okay, now when they've started to release their liquid, we're going to add some flour, and I need a better stirry thing than a knife. We're going to start with 1 tablespoon and just sprinkle it over everybody. We just want to absorb all the fats and juices that are in the pan. And then we're going to let the flour cook for a minute or two on, this is very low heat. And turn it down even more. We don't want to scorch the flour, we just want to cook off the raw flavor. And while you're doing this, heat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, now that the flour is cooked off, we can pour in the milk. Just start slowly, and you can use this too to deglaze the bottom of the pan. And then we're going to let this cook, and it will thicken, so we'll be adding more milk as needed. If you want it, you could add some crushed garlic in with the mushrooms, but I didn't want garlic today, which is odd for me, but it's going to be mushrooms and Parmesan, which is plenty of flavor. I didn't want to overshadow the flavor of the Parmesan or the mushrooms. So we just wait while this cooks. Look, it is already thickening. So I'll add some more milk. If you wanted to do this with cream, heavy cream, that is perfectly acceptable. It will come out more like a Alfredo sauce, which is fine, but it will be very rich and very heavy in calories and fat. So we just let that cook and thicken, and adding milk as it thickens until we think we're to the point where it's not gonna thicken any further. Once you think your sauce is about as thick as it's gonna do, add some more milk, give it a stir. Raise the temperature a touch. We want this to come up to a simmer, and don't add any salt yet because we're adding Parmesan, and that is a very salty cheese. As soon as you see bubbles forming or movement on the surface, we're going to add our Parmesan cheese that we grated. We've got about a cup, so we're not going to add it all at once. We're just going to add about half. And then stir it in. This will also help thicken the sauce. And there it goes, it's melted. Okay, and I'm going to add the rest in. And make sure you stir it well. As you can see, it's still very loose, but when the heat hits it, it does tend to tighten up. So we're going to turn the heat off, because we're just about done here. And we want to taste it at this point. Lovely. I'm thinking we're going to add some pepper. Now, I don't like things that are overly peppered, but pepper does help with flavor in small amounts, in my opinion. So, mix that in. Get a spoon. And since I already licked that one, let's just do that. Perfection. Okay, so now we're going to take our sauce and pour it into our casserole dish. So, there's our casserole, there's our sauce, and in it goes. and put it in the oven at 350 degrees for about an hour. Maybe a little less, depends on your oven, your sauce, the weather, you know, who tripped over what. Okay, so in the oven again. There we have our lovely, really, really hot, bubbling pork casserole. So we're going to take the lid off, let it cool somewhat while we get our potatoes cooked. But it looks absolutely amazing. There we go. So, oh. And we have asparagus. Steamed asparagus. I don't know how you like your asparagus, but I do like a touch of lemon on mine. And maybe some butter. Pork chops with a Parmesan mushroom sauce. Oh, it smells so good. I just want a little bit of the sauce and some mushroom first. And because we made the sauce in the same pan as we browned the pork chops, it has extra flavor. And I did not do a whole lot with the mashed potatoes because the sauce is going to be wonderful and I didn't want to overcrowd the flavors. Oh, that's good. So let's try the pork chop. Oh, that is tender, flavorful. And as you can see, it cuts easily. Oh, this is amazing. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the recipe. I hope you liked the video. Please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share it with your friends and family. Everything helps my channel progress, and I'll see you again soon with a new video. Thank you so much for watching.